Shoot! What's up, everybody? Oh my God! Like, I don't even do Instagram Live like this, but I just got off of an Instagram Live with my girl Tendai. I'm gonna make sure that I give y'all her page because I'm gonna be switching it back over and stuff like that. I'm on Instagram Live. I said I'm not messing with Instagram Live. I don't care. I'm not gonna do it, But I'm like, I gotta thank y'all. I gotta thank all the people that then took me from 10,000, to 15, to 25. Now I'm at 41. I'm like, I ain't even got no blue check. I ain't official like that because they be trying to make you feel like you ain't the bomb if you ain't got no blue check and whatever. This is organic. It's organic. It's not paid for. So thank you to everybody that's following me on Instagram, all the new followers. You see these good land deals that I'm doing. Some of y'all don't know what the hell I'm into, but I want to welcome y'all to this page because it's a new chapter for me. It's a new season. You're going to be seeing a lot of new content. Obviously, I'm going to have those hot land deals, but I just released a new project yesterday, and it's one of them projects that's gonna challenge people, but I want to be the first one to tell you, sisters, it's for you too. We got the land deals. You need to DM me so you can get the newsletter, so you can always see hot land deals like this. So you can DM me and follow our Kathy Buys Land. But now that I've said that, I posted a video yesterday, and it's talking about KPLS. It's called King's Past Life Syndrome. But I want to let the ladies know that even though we are talking about this, and this is in the context of men's sexuality, polygamy, the history of it, it's also an opportunity for us to reevaluate sisterhood, how we live, having more peace, being able to reapproach family differently and start breaking free from these chains that we have to be programmed to fight against each other because we can't do anything, we can't move forward like that. So if you don't see anything else, it's not just talking about sex and men having more than one woman. Girl, you're gonna miss it. That is not what it's about, but this is definitely about tradition. This is about being our indigenous natural selves. This is about really starting to reevaluate jealousy, a cheating obsessed culture. Every single show that we watch is about cheating. It's about a man. It's about this ideology that men are dogs. It's time for us to doggone just redefine that. Ain't you tired? Ain't you tired of that? Girl, I'm about to be right there with you. You already know we about to go. We about to dip up out of here because this not for me no more. I can't play and act like this context, this westernized context has served me and my natural indigenous self. Right now, as we talked about on the page earlier with my girl, I'm embracing my natural beauty. This is a flex to just show you, this is my lips, this is my eyes, it ain't no bang, it ain't nothing. This is me and my Nubian self. I love these cowrie shells. I love representing the motherland. I love representing my indigenous self. And I ain't finna fight with y'all about indigenous versus Africa. Y'all can leave me alone with this because this is about you too. It's about being in touch with your true nature. So what I talk about when I say we need to reevaluate how we look at men, their nature, who they are, stop demonizing people. We've got movements for everybody else and their proclivities and their sexuality, but we still thinking that this context, Judeo-Christian context, was originally for indigenous people, and it wasn't. So this is about embracing an indigenous lifestyle again in every sense of the word, even down to herbs, even down to venerating your ancestors, even down to what we practice before Christianity. It's okay. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but we damn sure need to see that we're not going to sustain ourselves like this. We're not going to be able to sustain ourselves like this, going down this path of destruction, going down this path of checking on your man, going down this path of these niggas ain't shit and why they cheat. We have to see that game over when we started adopting that concept that this is what a man's sexuality looks like, only one thing. Well, y'all did that with the ABC Mafia people. Y'all gave them room. Well, why can't you give room to something else, that this is not how every man is born? So if we know that as sisters, if we can embrace that as the true queens we are, we got all the things that we need to see the game for what it is, to see life for what it is, and take yourself out of this thing. I ain't trying to get too much in it about the 60-40. Everybody's not programmed to be monogamous. Everybody's not programmed to be polyamorous, but they damn sure told us it was only one thing that the black man could be. And you're going to have to see game for what it is. What would it look like if we let the black man free? If we actually had no ideology, no idea of being with another woman sexually is a bad thing. If that was never a thing, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. We wouldn't have no movies. It wouldn't be a show called Cheaters. It wouldn't be none of that stuff going on. That's why I'm saying, sis, y'all say all men are dogs because you know it's a sense about men's sexuality that's unpredictable. And like Shahrazad Ali said, who a man's having sex with or who your man's having sex with is none of your business. Y'all thought she was wrong for that. It's just saying that, listen, if you understand this is their nature, not all. Why don't you have the conversation and say, hey, do you have KPLS? That's why I call King's Past Life Syndrome. The black man's ancestral memory has always been intact. We're indigenous people. You see this movement for us to return to the earth. It ain't been so many people involved with buying land. I've never seen so many people trying to live off the land and grow food. And we trying to return. This stuff we doing ain't working. You need to keep fighting with each other, looking in your man phone, having this idea that a man can't be attracted to more than one woman. They got us, y'all. They got us with that, y'all. It's not even real. And they got the fairy tale, Disney, romance for these indigenous people. So you're going to take these indigenous people and just inundate them with Rome, Eurocentric values. Yeah, that's what the hell they did. So when you taking away from tradition, we are so far from tradition. So these natural things, even if I talk about childbirth, home birthing, midwife herbs, we got Westernized people like, wait a minute, that's what, no, it's not weird. What we're doing now is the alternative. What they practiced then was the original. This stuff that we're doing that's not working is the new stuff. It doesn't work. Only one man he can be attracted to, one. That's not real for every man. And as we said in the book, in the audio clip, you need to DM me because I sent out an audio clip to my men's database and my men's network to, let them see an excerpt from the book. And you can hear an excerpt from the book on my YouTube channel about how this is an age-old indigenous practice and the black man is waking up. King's Past Life Syndrome, just like Dr. Joy DeGruy talked about, post-traumatic slave syndrome. As indigenous people, we got to start studying ourselves and what didn't work. Never. And this is the most triggering conversation, I promise you. Y'all let the LGBT people marry who they want. Y'all don't even bother them no more. Y'all don't get on their page and say, this is not for me. Y'all let them do anything. But when we talk about this is more revolutionary than same-sex marriages. This triggers the hell out of people. Women and men that usually don't say nothing, they all feel like they need to say, I'm not into this, I don't support this. Like, why? Who asked y'all? Do you see what I'm saying? Check that. How did you get so comfortable with same-sex and people marrying and everything? How did you get that comfortable with that? And now when men are talking about being attracted to more than one woman and polygamy being an actual lifestyle that's not demonized and that's not completely relegated to somebody's just being a damn pervert, y'all done demonized it all the way down. Y'all gotta poke your head up and tell people how it's so wrong and how you're not into it. But y'all, that's what I'm saying. Look at how much more revolutionary it is because it's triggering you because this is the black men being set free somewhere. They don't want the black man. They want to police the black man's sexuality. You better know it. That's the main thing. Had the black man been able to procreate, do his thing, we would have been living in peace and harmony. Y'all wouldn't have had nobody checking your phones. We would overnight dismantle dysfunctional relationships, dysfunctional families, dysfunctional communication. We would dismantle that overnight if we checked and started at the beginning and looked at how, as indigenous people, how have we been looking at our men's nature? That's where they lied to us. It's 60-40. As I said in the book, 60% are predisposed to have KPLS. 40% are on a spectrum of monogamy. But you've been screwed up into living a lifestyle and in living in a society that tells you that you're crazy. So the men that's only attracted to one woman, that's fine. Like, baby, just like the LGBT people, y'all let them, they attract to who they attract to. You leave them alone. But here you come over here, it's the same thing. How did we get that comfortable with same sex and we're talking about a black man not having any change on his sexuality? How is it that that's triggering everybody? That's why I know this conversation is way more revolutionary. It's going to trigger everybody. Everybody that's in their little piece of a relationship going to feel like they need to damn message me and talking about, this is not for me. I am not a supporter of polygamy. That's not what we're talking about. We actually talking about how to become a functional society again. We're talking about how to destroy a narrative that keeps every society, every race up at night. All the women are looking stupid. All the women they stressed out. A wife's biggest fear is for her husband fucking somebody else. We need to let that go. We got feminism. We done did that whole movement. But in all of that feminism, we didn't find a way to like each other as women. We'll say that again. With all of those feminist movements, we did not find a way to like each other as women and stop having jealousy. Jealousy should have been obliterated years and years and decades ago if feminism was really about something. It was actually about it was just another smear campaign for the black man and to destroy the black family, blah, 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 blah. Listen, all I'm saying, you can read the book, go to the link in the bio, and I already broke this down. We don't have to talk about all of that, but I'm starting right here because we started talking about the conversation in the book about infidelity, husband sharing, cheating, polyamory, all of it. We started in the intro to Breaking Soul Ties and Womb Cleansing. That was the first book in 2017. Now we're talking about KPLS. Now we're talking about starting to really get in the knowledge that will help us dismantle this dysfunctional relationship. We're not going to be able to sustain like this, sisters. Y'all going to have to let y'all self out this prison. We need to be able to like each other again and not be inherently triggered and threatened by other women. We haven't gotten anywhere. We haven't gotten anywhere. We just haven't. And I ostracize myself when I talk about this. People that's in LGBT, they got it better than me. Y'all didn't accept them. Where is the space for all the stuff that's gonna be said toward me? Oh, you insecure. You have low self-esteem. You're giving men license to. I didn't want to talk about this, but see, I have to do what my ancestors tell me to do, and we need to restore a new society. As you know, I'm B1 on Black First, but damn, this will set all women free. If we just understood men's nature, but particularly indigenous men. You can't be adopting this stuff that ain't yours. And when it don't work, I know rom-com sounds good. I just watched Insecure. All of that's great. I love good rom-com just like anybody else. However, there needs to be another conversation. Just like you wonder if a man's bisexual, You need to wonder if he has KPLS, if he's naturally wired, and you need to be able to allow him the space to be honest with that. It wouldn't matter if I get this book out and the term starts going around. We're still going to have to be the ones to be able to create the space so that men can be honest. So we have to start with the mindset knowing that this is first real. It is a man's nature to be attracted to more than one woman. It's okay. Check your egos at the door. I know Judeo-Christian did a number on us. It did. That's why we looking stupid. We jumping in trash cans. We checking phones. You're nervous every time you get a notification you can't eat. Because it's that nigga fucking somebody else. That is a woman's biggest damn fear. Like, damn, this is stupid. The women in indigenous cultures, they know he out doing whatever he's doing. He's got many wives, whatever. They got stuff to sell at the market. Girl, we got stuff to do. They not... You see, we're in a cheating, obsessed society, Lord. I'm trying to, you know what, fuck. I gotta get the book. I gotta get this book. Lord. I gotta get this book. I have to go here because you're not gonna understand. You're not gonna understand where I'm getting this from, okay? This is on page 63. Hell, I even know. Oh my goodness. Oh, Lord, this is in my book, Intro to Breaking Soul Ties and Womb Cleansing, but it says, my point is your black union should liberate you to a greater existence without an unhealthy sense of possession and attachment. For African people, and yes, you're African, living in a cheating, obsessed society, hashtag American whorehouse culture, these become the dominant thoughts throughout the collective instead of nation building, which ultimately means you're living out of a place of fear, not love. Checkmate for white supremacy. So listen, we love talking about becoming a village until it's time to really become a village. And I'm going to leave it there. That's on page 63. And that's under infidelity, husband sharing, village, and polygamy. But I wrote this. It's actually kind of good. I'm going to read this. It says, there is one dark cloud that looms over all relationships. We all know it's there, and its presence is felt by the average person, becoming the most common fear of all in love: cheating. Dun dun dun. Believe it or not, infidelity was a foreign concept to many of our ancestors, and I'm gonna leave it right there. That's where they got us. Checkmate. That should have never been a thing. We haven't ever talked about what our real nature is as people. We're coming back to our true nature, y'all. So when we talk about the black man's sexuality, his true nature, and all of that stuff, we are also talking about going back to our indigenous family structures, going back to our indigenous minds. They got us, sis. I'm so scared to read y'all questions. Sis, all I'm going to tell you is this. I ain't reading no women's questions right now. If it was good and you agree or whatever, DM me and send me an email, whatever. But just my energy right now, I can only accept the ancestors and women that's on point. Because I honestly think that sisters don't get how much of an alley-oop this could be for us. And because we're so programmed to be at war and hear something different, you're not seeing that this is a way out and to get us everything we want, to have joy, to have peace. You may not see that yet, so it's no disrespect. I know most black women over here. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear what y'all be on, cause y'all done went and fought this and oh my God, she making me. This is just giving me a license to cheat. I'm saying the concept of cheating. That's where they got us. That's where they gooped us at, sis. They gooped us at all of this other stuff we got going on. So as we know this is a matrix, baby, they gooped us in everything when it comes to our bodies. Hell, they told us it's okay to take birth control. They really got us looking stupid. They got our bodies being programmed to kill a fetus and shit. They haven't been telling us the truth for a long time, sis. All I'm saying is this was another thing that they lied to us about, and this is why our stomach hurt when we think that nigga looking at somebody else. Sis, I'm trying to take all the stomach ache away. That's all I'm trying to do. I promise you, if we start really giving some science to who we are and understanding men, listen, all that fighting that we doing with them, it would cease. It would cease. I promise you, the audiobook is 90 minutes. I said I was just gonna do an audiobook, but you know what? It's gonna be a workbook as well. So, curated for people that have, we can have real questions to help you really set your life up, because a lot of people are living a lie. A lot of my brothers are living a lie, and y'all are living a system that don't work. We're still arguing. Y'all gonna be arguing and worried about a cheating, obsessed culture in America and getting duped. for more and more and more centuries. So if you're ready to come up out of that, this is just a different way to look at things, okay? It's not just about polygamy. It's about family structure, but it's also about sisters and how we can take back the narrative, especially around our men, okay? How you probably gonna argue with somebody for the day, until the day you die, when you talking about their nature. Ain't nobody gonna change their nature. Ain't nobody gonna change their nature. Send me an email at rcappy@gmail, and I'll put you on my men's network, and I can send you, you know what I mean? The first 10 men get added to the KPLS group with Chief Montana, because I'm doing this book with Chief Montana. Y'all already know. Road Dog, hold us down, chiefmontana.com, okay? But you can definitely send me a DM for sure. Email me, rcap@gmail. I would love to get you a copy. It's going to be released November 15th, okay? And yeah, I'm doing pre-sales right now. It's just $20. Afterwards, it's $29.99 because you're going to get an ebook, workbook, and the audio book, okay? So it's the whole thing. It's the whole 90 minute with me and Chief Montana. And it's also going to be the ebook, and it's going to be the workbook, because you're going to need to find a way to live your life and not be lying. You're going to have a curated guide of questions to just evaluate where you are in your journey as a man. Do you have KPLS? Because there are different spectrums of this thing, okay? So we have to start redefining ourselves. They told you it was called cheating and infidelity and this and that. That's not even our concepts. I'm so sorry. We got to take that away. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying. This is, we've been going through this over and 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 over again. We talking about the wrong thing. That's all I'm saying. We talking about the wrong thing. Sis, y'all need to be arguing over, where y'all taking your husband out to dinner and you order too much food. These are different problems that we can have out here. Instead of arguing over a man, you can argue for your man. Like, y'all done been planning a birthday party for him. Don't y'all understand that we got the power? Y'all talking about INDEPENDE, independent, powerful, and you don't even like another woman, and you just as disempowered when you hear that ding on his phone. Your stomach jump. You don't have no power like you think, sis. See, once you get back together, now game over for white supremacy. That's what I'm telling y'all. Our cooperation is their destruction. Wait a minute, God. Hold on. Somebody better write that. Our cooperation is their destruction. That's the way you destroy this whole thing, these poisonous podcasts out here. Lord have mercy. The gender war hadn't been more toxic than it is now, God. That's why I don't like to talk about black love no more. I don't do this shit no more. But it done rose up in me. I done been focused on my brothers and their true nature and this whole thing, but it actually it loops us all in. The sisters, baby. Can the sisters rise? Can we rise? That's about the sisters. It's called KPLS. But once we understand how a man's all in the man's phone, can't even eat, then lost weight. You don't need no damn tea. You don't need a waist trainer, bitch. You stressed out. You're stressed. You stressed. I'm trying not to roast. Y'all know I'll roast. You know I'll drag. I will drag, okay? I'm getting a little froth. I'm getting my pastor froth. My pastor froth be going, child. Let me wet my whistle. Be stressed out. Checking a nigga phone. You can't even get nobody a compliment unless they your wife. Like, y'all, listen. Y'all gotta already know men like pussy, especially if he August Leo. Like, it's certain signs. If he's Scorpio, Leo, January. That's what I'm saying. Loop them all in. They're animals. We're all animals. You keep calling them dogs, so just treat them like a dog. If you know a dog likes to shit in the front yard, why would you keep beating that dog if he's just doing what he's naturally programmed to do? Because you're being told that he should act like the dogs that don't shit in the yard. Every man is not built to be polyamorous or monogamous. Every man is not wired for that. So you're trying to tell people that's something that's not even in their nature to do. You're trying to make them do that. And that's why I said they didn't push y'all all in one room, relegated the black man into monogamy, relegated our culture to Judeo-Christianity, and that was game over for us. That was game over for us. And this is going to be a over and over and over and over and over and over and thing that we're going to keep seeing. That, don't you know that every movie you watch is about cheating? Every movie you watch is about a man's fidelity or infidelity. Everything we see, this is, as I said in page 63 of my book, this is American whorehouse culture where we're in a cheating, obsessed society. And as long as you're worried about cheating, you're not nation building. And I'm quoting the book because I've had to say this term, these phrases over and over again until we get it. Sis, I don't want you to have any more stomach aches because you worried about what your man doing. We should be worried about going to the market, building the empire, taking care of each other, loving on each other. Do my hair. Come help me clean my place up. Y'all didn't do nothing with feminism. Y'all, if your movement can't make you radically love your sister unconditionally, you haven't done anything. Because if the sisters come together and they stop hating each other, that means we don't hate, we don't have any, you're not threatened by any other woman. You don't have to worry about any of those things. Now we have absolutely overnight walked out of this prison. Now everybody can be comfortable. You can be comfortable. If you know your man looking at ass, just walk and do your thing. Eat your food. No, he looking at some ass. It's just, you know, we just got duped, y'all, into thinking that men are supposed to be rom-com, Cary Grant, all of this type of stuff that's not even real. Rome is not for the African mind. Why did I say Rome? Because it's romance. And this, listen, the campaign to whitewash indigenous people's culture, we already know that. That's for black people and everybody else that got a little bit of melanin in their skin. We know that. This don't work for us. This is the thing we have in common with all other indigenous people. The way they family structure look. And I'm talking about, woo, the Indians, child, the other ones, every damn culture that's indigenous, you do not see, you see more of a spectrum. And damn near, especially if you want to talk about ancestral, really indigenous, it was like monogamy was just a choice because they understood that every man was not meant to be of that type of family structure. There were certain men that were chiefs, held certain positions where it required him to have many wives. This was something that was a social situation. This was something that was based on what they incarnated to do, their life's purpose, and fulfilling a mission. So when I talk about in the book, you know, polygamy, husband sharing, it's about responsibility, not sex. This is not sex. So yes, there were men that had to have women. If you were a chief, and as I understand even now, if you're a chief, you have a certain position, it's important for you to have children with 3 different bloodlines. Y'all don't hear me today. But you want to put your Judeo-Christian, you want to put your westernized standards on every other culture, and that's not how every culture operates. And so I'm just letting it be known now. I'm looking to set my people free, my sisters. We got the most dysfunction, y'all. And women, again, this is the world's, the westernized woman's biggest plight. Biggest plight is being cheated on. Like, do you know how we would change the game if we just made it not even a thing? And you do that by understanding the people that are involved. You do that by understanding the man's nature and seeing that you were duped into being made to believe a lie about men in the first place. You never knew how they functioned. You never knew how you operated. Yes, I know you don't know how you operate. You taking birth control. That's how I know we damn sick in the head. Taking birth control, doing all this stuff, letting people shoot this up in you and do this, consume this, watch this. You doing you I know you crazy in the head. They done programmed the sisters. So we damn sure know that we keeping the brothers in jail. They definitely programmed the brothers, making them feel like they bad, they awful men. And we talking about good men don't cheat. No, actually great men have sex with more than one woman other than their wife. That's actually the new phrase. Good men have sex with women other than their wife too. That's all I'm saying, because it doesn't mean he's been, oh Lord, that y'all gonna hate me, Jesus. I know you don't like this. I know y'all don't want to hear this shit. It's taking us out of prison, sis. It's our opportunity. Read the book, If I don't make no sense to you, I give you a refund. But I know we break it down. Me and Chief Montana, we break this whole thing down. This is another way we exposing the game. And once we get our feet wet, once we get this down pat, once we get it down pat, there's no stopping us. Because when the sisters rise, you don't know what, you don't understand the type of things a man can do when he can operate in peace. Y'all don't want to understand how it's going to change the game for men when you start to let him be free and say, you know what, babe, it's in your real nature. It's nothing that it has nothing to do with me. If somebody needed to go to the bathroom and it was what they did naturally every time they ate, you wouldn't say, oh, you're offending me. You're hurting me. You're trying to destroy this family. And I know it's nuanced. I know it's nuanced. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if we knew that this was something that was already in our nature, it wouldn't have ever been room to demonize someone's natural behavior. The room for fuck shit came in was when we never had the order. You know what I mean? It's not really as fucked up as it sounds. It's not like we're going to say, okay, I get this term, Art talking about this syndrome, KPLS. All right, don't fuck who you want. We're going to get all these STDs. Girl, it ain't going to be like that. Ain't going to be nothing like that. Once you set somebody free, life is better because they are living generations and generations and generations in the shadows. We're living generations and generations and generations away from our tradition. That's what the conversation is about. We've left tradition. Okay? Our cooperation is their destruction. When sisters come together, when we win, when we not collectively making our men uphold this standard and live by this thing that's not even real, we will collectively win. And we could do that as women. That's the feminist movement that I'm on right now. We took back the narrative, sis. We know our men we know we have an ancestral memory. They have ancestral memory still intact. And it's never left us. We got stuff about us that's never left. It's a few of y'all that understand what I'm talking about. Y'all ain't got time to be at war with the black man all goddamn year and shit. Like, come on, man. We're not finna keep doing this. Men like women. Okay, y'all let the men and the women, the LGBT, do their thing. Y'all ain't even bothering them no more. Y'all ain't even bothering them no more. But here we talking about another spectrum of sexuality. And it's another category. And now, no. Keep that same energy, as the young people say. Keep the same energy for your men. And you need to start asking men, just like you wondering if everybody download, wonder if he has KPLS. Do you have are you predisposed and are you wired for polygamy or, monogamy? It's very simple. It's okay, but you're not going to tell me, and you're not going to tell me or Shahrazad Ali that the black or indigenous man was only wired for Judeo-Christianity and monogamy, and that's it. That's very small. We need to get another biology lesson. That's not even true. That's not even true in the animal kingdom. So again, that's returning to nature. KPLS, King's Past Life Syndrome. I'm going to release it November 15th. It'll have the ebook, workbook, as well as the audio book. I thought it would just be audio and workbook, but I'm going to go ahead and put that ebook in it. Right now, you can get the pre-sales. It's only $20, $19.99. But afterwards, it's going to be $29.99. I'm going to tell you right now, don't come in my inbox. Ain't nothing we doing over here for free for none of this work. I don't know why y'all think any of my stuff is free. Like, a sister could be in business. I'm an author. I write. It's worth it. I got a whole book. This whole book, I done broke down white supremacy, how to let yourself free, how to heal fibroids, how to reverse disease, how to get pregnant. And people expect me to sell this book for free. No. This is healing cancer and dissolving fibroids, baby. No. So this is going to be setting people free too. So no, it's $19.99 right now. And the first 10 men that secure their copy, I want them in the group with Chief Montana so that y'all can study, okay? We have the Ancestral Way co-ed group, study group on Facebook, and the Womb School is on Facebook. But again, you can email me, artcappy@gmail, or you can go to artcappyofficial.com. And if you want to get the ebook, you can go to the link in my bio and get that, because I already broke it down about the infidelity. What did I say in that It's infidelity, husband sharing, village, and polygamy. It's in that section. You can read it, and I'll read it again because it's so damn fire for the new people joining in. There is one dark cloud that looms over all relationships. We all know it's there, and its presence is felt by the average person, becoming the most common fear of all in love: cheating. Dun dun dun. Your Black union should liberate you to a greater existence without an unhealthy sense of possession and attachment. For African people, and yes, you're African, living, or if you want to say indigenous, that's fine too. Living in a cheating, obsessed society, hashtag American whorehouse culture, these become the dominant thoughts throughout the collective instead of nation building, which ultimately means you're living out of a place of fear and not love. Checkmate for white supremacy. So that's what I'll leave you with. You can read the rest in the book. It's healing mind, body, spirit, how to break soul ties from these old programs that never served us. It's time for us to take back the narrative, sis. It's time for you to stop jumping and finding private eyes. You know, private eyes' biggest clients is women that's checking on their husbands and people trying to find spouses cheating. That's like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. You would have so much more peace if you just woke up and know and just live by what you know. But that takes a society you gotta ignore, and you have to start your own community, sis. You're gonna have to stand strong right now too. This is time to fight for our families. This is what it looks like too, sis. We can't keep fighting each other and thinking that we're a threat to each other because we married and we don't want our husband looking at nobody else. We gotta stop. We gotta get this stuff out. We gotta get this stuff out. Your real feminist movement needs to include loving your sisters. If your feminist movement does not include you being unthreatened by another woman, if your feminist movement does not include you having radical unconditional love and acceptance for the fellow woman that you are standing beside, that is not a feminist movement that I can even be bothered with. And I know that you're just being duped. That is a lie. It's a fairy tale, and it doesn't work. We are seeing monogamy crumble before our eyes. We are seeing Black relationships at an all-time low. The thing that we're arguing about the same thing. We don't know ourselves. We don't know our true nature. And everybody's fucking, but don't nobody know how them dicks work. How is the person that's attached to the dick? What is his nature like? Who he really is. And once you know that, you can win the game, and we can start this whole conversation over again. Let me get out of here, y'all. I appreciate you for joining me. Thank you so much. Join me on YouTube, and I'm going to be putting my energy into KPLS for sure. And if you want good hot land deals, you need to send me a message as well. Follow Art Kathy Buys Land, okay? I need to get to about 500 people right now on my Art Kathy Buys Land page. Go follow that page, and I appreciate y'all. If you have any questions, if you want to pre-order your copy of KPLS, what we're talking about this, sisters, is for you too. It's really for you too. And once you know the blueprint on how men operate and see their secrets and stuff that they're hiding, you'll understand how we all got bamboozled in this whole thing, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you enjoying this live. I don't be doing live, but now that I've ripped off the Band-Aid, I'm in my Pisces right now, so I kind of be behind the scenes dealing with really healing people, and this was something I put a lot of energy into. So I've just been selling land, y'all. I've been selling land, working behind the scenes on Free Therapy Wednesdays. That happens a lot too. So thanks to my sister who I started off the live with for even getting my feet wet coming on here, because it can be daunting sometimes, even for me, because I've learned how to dribble with my left hand, and I'm comfortable doing voiceovers and selling land and helping people get these hot land deals. We just started closing on about 3 deals. America's giving away land, y'all. Stop playing. And to get grants to buy land, seminars, it constantly gives y'all game. Y'all need to know that it's actual funds available out here to buy land, but the people that get it are the people that apply. So knowing how to qualify for grants to get land is a way to do that. And if you want to just get you a nice piece of land for like $1,000 down, it's a lot of great programs out here and a lot of good land deals I have. I just can't post them all. So that's why I want you to subscribe to the subscription letter. That newsletter gives you all of these hot land deals, okay? And we curate them based on what cities and states and areas that you're looking for. So that's what it's about. Don't just be in my inbox, hey, I'm looking for land in Florida. Okay, well, we're looking for you to be a subscriber so we can care about helping you find that specific place that you're looking for and land and a good deal that you want. That's how it works, okay? So I want to help as many people as possible and streamline you in the process, because we are accepting offers right now. If you already know that you're interested, get the newsletter. And if you want to get KPLS, thank you so much for supporting. This is a whole movement for us, okay? It's actually for the sisters too, but it's absolutely putting in context black men's true nature. Once we know them, we can do it. Once we know our men and accept our men for who they are, baby, they'll turn over the world for you. They'll fight the world for you, girl. I'm trying to tell y'all, let them have a conversation. This is not about dick and pussy. This is not about infidelity. It's not about recklessness. This fits a certain group of men, and it's a big, large number of black men that are hiding with this, because they're hiding in a society that's grouped them all into monogamy. So, oh my God, I don't want to get into that no more. All right, bye. Just get the book. It's coming out November 15th. You know, secure your copy. Send me a message, DM me, show me some love or whatever. All of that. Share this video. It all supports, and I appreciate y'all. Mwah. Bye.